for the Fun Ship Group Cruise. Hosted by CNS Travel and Shanster Travels. Get ready for 8 nights of unforgettable fun aboard the Carnival Vista, departing September 20th, 2026, from Port Canaveral.
Hello. Hey.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to the first live.
Oh, yeah. Getting close.
We are. Oh, my gosh. This summer just totally flew by.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of happy because it's been since January since I've been on a cruise. So I'm ready for it to get to September.
Oh, my God. Wet draws.
Yeah.
Let's see. March was my last cruise but I've had some other stuff go on before then. So,
Right.
Yeah. My gosh. I know. So last week, we were supposed to start this live stream last week, and that didn't happen because, of course, my internet was doing its thing again, so it didn't work out too well. And so I want to apologize for that because I can't really help it. But, believe me, if anybody is really upset, it was me.
Yeah, because not only couldn't you do the live, then you couldn't do anything because you didn't have internet, couldn't watch nothing, couldn't do anything.
No. I mean, I had my phone, and I was going to try and stream it from my hotspot, but it kept like freezing up and stuff. And I was like, you know what? That probably wasn't a good thing. So,
Right.
Oh man, you want to start out with the chat, Sherman?
Oh, yeah. We can go down to chat, see who all we got here so far.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. ADI Banyo, they were here yesterday at 2:30 today. I don't know if they're still here or not. So
they were excited for our live stream.
That's right. Scott's here. Hey, Scott. Glad you can make it. Appreciate you coming by.
Hey.
Of course, then we got Shanster's traveling here.
Hi.
Let's see. And then we got one of the night boxes is in here. Don't know which one, but one of them.
Oh my gosh.
Donna, glad you can make it. Appreciate you coming in.
Hi, Sissy.
Let's see.
Wait.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. I gotta learn how to do that.
But I think you got to have an Apple product to do the hearts and the balloons and all that stuff. From what I understand, you got to have an Apple computer or be doing it on your iPhone or something like that for it to do the hearts and balloons and confetti and all that stuff.
Well, I have an iPhone, but and I think it does do that on occasion. I think you both have to have one. I'm not sure. Because I'm still learning mine. It's a year later. I want to go back to my Android so bad.
Oh yeah. So Stacy K here. Glad you could come in.
Hey, Stacy.
Yeah, cruising with Chris. Hey, Chris. Glad you could be here.
Welcome in.
You got Neil in here. He'll be with us in a few weeks on the cruise.
Yes. So I'm so excited.
See, there we go. We got Najuma Brown in. Hey, Najuma, glad you could be here. Appreciate you stopping by.
Hey, welcome in.
We got Mike Lawrence from Cali. Glad you could be here. Let's see. Down. Oh, and then Nightbot again. I think that's to the bottom right this minute.
Yeah, he's I'm looking. I'm like, where is he in the chat? Now I found Mike Lawrence, so I'm good. Okay, is that the end?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, that's the end for right now. I'll watch it and see if anybody pops in, and I'll say hey to them when they pop in.
Okay, so I got this pink keyboard, and I can't find the buttons on here because it's too light. So I'm looking for my little slash button. Oh, there it is. Okay. So funny because I've been doing that slash thing to keep track of where I'm at forever, and I see everybody else doing it too, and I'm like, that was an awesome thing to start. So, oh, you got it too? Great
Well,
minds there, Sherman.
I think when you did it, it put it up there for me too.
Oh my gosh.
But it's all good. That way we'll be able to find it easy when it says both when it's both of them.
Oh, right, yeah. That is true. So we are going to start off with going over like how to maneuver around the page because right now we're getting closer to the cruise, so a lot of people are starting to ask the same questions,
All right.
like 5 and 6 times a day. I don't know how many times I have to kind of go in and say, hey, check the search bar or whatever.
Yeah.
And I know people really don't know how to do that, but man, once they figure that search bar out, everything's easy peasy because everything comes up and you could just look and see what's going on in there and stuff. So, anyways,
That's right. It's kind of like the Google of the page.
yes. I guess first and foremost, I want to thank all of our members on this page because we are rolling in. I think we're getting close to 800 now. And it's a great group. We have a great active group on the 20th. The 28th, we're still rolling along on that one, but it'll come along.
Yeah, it's picking up. A little closer it gets, it's picking up. So
yeah. Well, there's 2 other groups for that cruise. So, and I know there's 2 other groups for our cruise too, but I've had it up since. I think mine was the first. If not, it doesn't matter because you know what? Everybody runs their groups different, and we all have different information, and it's always good to get in. I'm in all the other groups too, so except for the 28th one, I got kicked out because some guy thought I was spam, and like I'm not spam, just you're missing out, buddy.
that's right.
So, anyways, you want me to jump into just the first things first?
Yeah, I'd go ahead with that. I just checked, and the 20th group right now has 725 members.
Oh, okay. So it's just over 700 then.
Yep.
Okay. I must have that mixed up with a different group because I have a few.
Well, you don't have but about 29 of them, so.
All right. I know. It's fun though. It is fun. So, what's the secret word?
Caw-caw.
There you go. So that's going to be a lot of fun, eh?
Oh yeah.
Somebody said maybe we should do like, I forgot what, something to do with spaghetti. Oh, on the Venezia one. There's like, you should do spaghetti. And I said, I ain't doing that. I ain't yelling out spaghetti. I do love the cacao one though. And if you guys get a chance, you have to go watch that video with that guy sitting at the Uklemy bar. And I'm sitting across from him because I couldn't get a seat up at the bar. And Diana's cacawing away. Cacao. It is hilarious. Cacao. Stacy knows what it is.
There you go.
So, all right. Well, let's bring up the page so we can kind of go over it.
All right.
Let's see.
Let me try something for quick. There you go. How about that? That make
Perfect.
it a little. Does that help a little bit?
Yeah, it sure does. I can see. Can you see my arrow? Yep, you sure can. Okay. Yeah. So the first, I'm going to put my glasses on because I'm blind if I don't have them. So, the first thing, here's that search bar right here, you guys. It's right here, and it's up here in the corner on the phones too. So if you have either phone, Android, or you have an iPhone, that search bar is right there. And then you just click on it and say you're looking for, I don't know, let's put in
Do the Mrs. Roper.
Oh yeah. Okay, Miss Roper. Nope. Well, ain't that some crap? All right, let's do themes. Themes. So this will bring up everybody that had anything to do with the theme. Any questions, any comments? This is the theme parties. And so we didn't really talk too much about it because we have the big theme thing right here. So, but it's easy to use, and you can just put anything you want in here. What else? Let's try deck plans. Oops. So this, oh look, it brings other stuff up too if it says deck in there.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, yeah, just that's easy peasy. So if you guys have any questions and you need to know right away and you don't want to wait, actually just use that search bar first of all, because I think that's going to be your best friend. So that's the search bar. I don't think we have any files or media. It's just all the pictures and stuff that was in the group that we've put in. And so, hey, we did start that picture of the day. What do you think about that? Did you like that?
Yeah, I like that. It's nice to be able to actually see some people before you get there to get to know them a little bit, and that way when you see them, you'll recognize them and know who they are a little bit.
Right. Yeah. So I was doing a group I don't know, a few groups ago, and somebody said that we should do something similar to that. So I came up with that pick of the day. Sometimes it's hard for me to do every single day. So I just try to pick out one, and some people have 15 pictures up there. So
Right.
I'll use everybody else's before I go and double up, or I'll just maybe double up on one post or something. But yeah, that is a really cool thing. I love that. And then we have the alphabet countdown was another thing that I came up with, and I thought that was really neat because you can get some ideas on what you need to pack.
Oh yeah, that's interesting just to see all the things people put up there. Some things you're like, darn, I ain't never thought about taking that.
I know, right? Some of the things you just want to take off of there because.
Yeah.
So those are the two fun things that I have going on right now. And I did start something else that's going to be coming up pretty soon. I'll just wait for you guys to see that. So I just try to put out all that information and stuff. Okay, let's go back to the group. So let's go to featured. So this is our featured tab, and it tells you all the important information. See the secret word. The thing about this is that if you're looking for something, say like you're on the cruise ship and you say, oh, what time, or what's this day, or what times are we here, you can go to that featured and you can look for that particular, like this right here. It'll tell you the times. I have this up there. It'll tell you everything right here. It's not going to get lost in the feed, because I'm telling you guys, the busier this page gets, the more you're going to see your posts disappear quickly, and they do.
Yep.
I don't know where they go, but they do. So this is that picture post. And then I have pins for the Alchemy Bar. If you're an Alchemy Bar person and you want to exchange pins or something, I have all kinds of pins called the Alchemy Bar Experience. And they actually have the drinks on the pin and the name of the drinks. So go check that out. It's under featured. Yeah, let's see. We have our group merch is under featured too by Cruise Keepsake. This is a great company. And we have a bunch of really good designs on here. So make sure that you go check that out. Yeah, let's see. So I have all the ports under here too. So you can go like the Celebration Key. And then under the comments, it has all of the different stuff going on. So this one's got a lot because we talked about it so much because it's new. So I have a Port Canaveral in case you're coming in early or you're staying late. So there's stuff to do under there. And I'm a Viator affiliate, so I put the Viator links up there and what I think might be good for everyone. So then we have San Juan and all the stuff going on there too. And we do have a couple. I hope I'm not going too fast, but
No.
so I have a couple not cruise companies, but guides that I work with, and I put their links in here too. So if you're looking for something to do in San Juan and San Martin, is that how you pronounce it?
Well, it depends on which side you're on. One side is Saint Martin, and the other one side is Saint Martin.
Martin. Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hey, anybody else going to the Orient Beach?
Yeah, we're all going to Orient Beach. Everybody else want to go with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go there for a few hours, and then we'll go to Mohawk Beach for a few hours and see some planes come in. And there's a restaurant / bar right there. Can get something to eat, some
Right.
drink.
Hey, caca.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Scott Smith has come in. Hey, Scott, glad you could be here. I'm looking forward to you and Regina being on the cruise with us in September.
Yes, absolutely.
Josie Ann's come in. Hey, Josie Ann, glad you could stop by and see us tonight. Hope you're doing all right.
Welcome in. Welcome in. So,
And
yep.
Kyle Leonard Tucker, glad you could be here.
Oh, where is because I just clicked on his name because he said caca and I caught it. It's
Yeah.
like, there you are. Caca. So this is if you have a YouTube channel and you want to drop your link, you can do #CNS. You can also do #Shan or Shanster. Actually, I think it's Shanster. And Arizona's back in the house.
Yeah.
This is my sissy that I try to go every morning to her channel. She's go. So all of these people in the chat, you guys make sure that you're going to check everybody out and connecting and stuff. So, all right, let me put those little. You want to put those little things up?
Which little things?
Those little bars to show where we're at.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm going to have to take a marker and go on these keyboards because, I mean, I know where the letters are, but that other stuff, it doesn't just work out very well. So, all right, let's get back to the. So we were talking about Moho Beach and yeah. So there's a actual. Was it Viator or I think it might be Cruise Excursionaire that has that half and half. So if you go to Orient Beach. So Orient Beach is clothing optional beach.
Well, part of it is the whole beach is not. It's part of the beach is a clothing optional.
Yeah. So we just want to go check it out.
Yeah.
And they said no, but for real, they say it's a beautiful beach. So I guess we'll find out.
It was the clothing optional side end of the beach, was a whole resort. And the resort got taken out by a hurricane and they just didn't build it back. So if we go down there and you're walking down to that part of the beach, you can still see some of the motel that's left.
We should do that.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it was a whole clothing optional resort, and down there on that end of the beach, and they just left the beach as the clothing optional. And I don't know exactly why, if they couldn't get the money to rebuild or what the case was, but they just didn't rebuild the resort.
Huh. Well, yeah. Well, we'll make sure to show y'all. For sure. So, all right. So we're still under featured. So we have St. Thomas, which was another island um, that we have under the featured tab. And then, you just, that's it. I mean, featured's pretty cool. So any of the important information is going to go under featured. So um, that's the easiest way because it just don't get lost there. And then let's see. Events. So we have a lot of events going on. We have the postcard exchange. If you haven't joined one of the events and you want to, just all you have to do is just click on it. It'll take you right to the event. And then you could, type in or get a hold of somebody or add a post or whatever. What I'm finding out though with these events, when you post something in there or you answer somebody, it really just doesn't, I don't get a notice or anything for that, which is kind of weird. But
Right.
So if it's important, make sure you get a hold of the host, whoever's going to host this. So we have the cruising duck hunters, we have the door decorating, we have the meet and greet Salaway party. And so everybody should make that because we have some really cool stuff that we give away at these meet and greets. So This right here is a little, it's like a little, I know this is a Venezia because that's what I have in front of me. But,
hold on, you're not on the screen, Shannon. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Hi. So these little cards right here, they're just little cards, and they have all the stuff on here where everything's at, like the casino, and if it's midship, third floor, whatever. And then we got a little hole punch, so you can put them on your lanyard, and we pass those out at the meet and greet. And Sherman, you have.
We're gonna have some lanyards, probably some stickers, and we're gonna have a bag that everything is gonna be put in for you to take, so you don't have carry all this stuff around with you.
That's perfect.
The lanyards, to me, they come in real handy, for your ship card. Keep it, just put it on, and these lanyards, the ones that I have are, they snap on the end, so you don't have to take it all over your head every time you need to use it. You just unclip it, hand it to them, and clip it right back.
I love those kind.
Yeah.
So if you're at the casino, same thing. Get this.
That's right. Yeah.
Just don't forget your card.
You ain't got to, take it off, and then in the casino you got your card in there, and then your lanyards hanging down and everything else. So I like them. That's why I get them.
They're awesome. Oh, you know what else I have too? I forgot. I just ordered wristbands for everybody with Carnival Vista on there, and September of 2025. So those I'll be passing out also, in both groups. So I don't know if we have anybody from the September 28th group, but we have actually two groups. So we're doing a back-to-back, so we'll be on there for two cruises.
Yeah.
Hi, Abilene. Welcome in. Thank you so much for supporting.
Yeah, and we'll be doing a meet and greet on both of them. So regardless of which one, come on. And if you're going to do the back-to-back with us, you can come to both of them. We ought to know you by the time we get to the second cruise, though.
I think there's a few people actually going to do back-to-backs. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, we'll meet in the little area we hang out and have our, what do they call those? The orange with the champagne? Mimosa.
Mimosas. Yeah.
So, and we'll get our picture taken. We'll have to have a group picture.
Oh, yeah.
In front of the back-to-back sign.
That's right.
That is so funny. Okay, so let's see.
That's always the best day doing a back-to-back is debarkation, embarkation, because you get off and you're right back on, and then you got the whole ship to yourself for an hour or two before they start getting people coming back on.
Right. Heck yeah. Good times.
Right.
You want to jump? How do you put that back up on the screen?
Let's see. Whoop. There you go.
All right. So we have a duck exchange and we have a gift exchange. We have a couple slot pulls and we have a pub crawl. And let's see. We have a solar cruiser meet and greet. That's going to be the nighttime. I think we have a daytime one too. Did I pass that up?
I didn't see it. That's the only solo meetup that I've seen so far. That's it. No, that's the shot glasses in the morning.
Okay. So and then we have a silly sock exchange and then a Miss Roper ship tape over. So yeah, this is new for me to do this one. I'm so excited. So I made these little signs right here. Oh, you want to pop me back up?
Get you back here.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I didn't make a bunch of these. I just made a few. So but this is a good idea. So I figured I'd do that because it's really cool. So
we can use that for a mask.
What's that?
I said we can use it for a mask or a fan or all kinds of things.
Yeah. Anything you want. So okay, so that is the events. So that's how you maneuver the page. Oops.
Neil said he wants one, but Neil, you got to wear a muumuu and high heels. Well, bedroom shoes. She wore bedroom shoes, so you don't have to worry about the high heels.
Oh boy. I'm just like, I don't have nothing to say to that. I'm just like, you just shut me right up. Oh Lord. So anyways, so that's pretty much it. Again, here's your search bar. Anything you want to know, there you go. That's going to bring up everything that we've talked about. And this group has talked about it a lot.
Neil said he was fine with that.
All right. Well, I'll have my camera ready. That's right. So we went over the events tab, search bar, pick of the day. So I'm doing a lot of removing posts for doing reels and TikTok and stuff. And the only reason I remove those, you guys, is because they carry a lot of spam in the group. And I work real hard to keep spam out. So just so you know, that's the reason if you don't see that. Or it got lost, one of the two, and I didn't see it because I am seeing a couple. So if there's a duplicate listing, or not listing, but a duplicate post, if it's been asked a few times, I'm just going to remove them because we got a lot of important information coming up pretty soon here. And I don't want it to all get lost because I can't put everything under featured because then it'll clog up the featured. And that's what we really need when we're on the cruise ship. So that is what I have. So,
right. Hey, Rick, glad you could stop in and see us tonight. Hope you're doing good. Hope things are going good in Texas. Not too hot. If y'all post something or it's multiples up there and it gets taken down, and that's why it's just trying to keep everything clean and so you can find things. It's not that we don't want somebody putting something up there.
Right.
It's just keep everything organized so you can find stuff. So if it's a duplicate, a lot of times, like she said, we'll take them down and just try to keep everything clean.
Well, and then you get the stuff that we've already posted 4 and 5 times. So that's why that search bar is good. So, but we have a lot of fun stuff. We have a lot of memes. We have a lot of different kind of questions, and to keep the group, interacting with each other and stuff. And it's nothing against anybody. In fact, I come across this the other day, and I was laughing because I try to make the rules as simple as possible in the group because I don't care. I just want everybody to have a good time. I want to be able to meet everyone in the group. But so there was this one rule that I came across. It's so funny. It says, don't be a creeper. That was the rule. Don't be a creeper. This is if you're sending unwanted private messages to group members and being a creep, well, you're going to be booted out. I was like, I like that. I'm going to put that in all my groups because people do that. Don't be a creeper because you get booted.
Everybody, we hope that everybody that's in the Facebook groups, you're here to meet people that you're going to be cruising with for a week or 2 weeks if you're doing the back-to-back. That way you'll know people or get to know people on the cruise. That's how I got to know Shannon a couple of years ago, was through a Facebook group she was doing, and we cruised together, and we've been friends ever since. Stacy and Neil, met them same way through the cruise. Scott Smith, Regina, we met them on a cruise just like that. Become friends, and we're all still cruising together and want to continue to cruise together. And so that's what all this, these groups are for, is to get people together, have somebody to spend some time with. We're not going to all be together the whole time. Everybody's going to do their thing. We'll have the events that we'll get together and do, and people will run into each other and know each other. So it's all just nobody's getting anything out of it other than hopefully having an enjoyable cruise with a bunch of good people.
Right. And you do. And you do meet forever friends. I meet a handful every cruise. And so right now we are working on putting something together for October of 2027 and or November of 2027. So me and Sherman are working on something because we have both met so many great people. And it's so funny because we know most of our people that we've met, we know both of us.
Yeah. That's right.
Like Diana.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So Diana will be coming to second cruise if I remember right. So there'll be another person there, and of course you got to watch her. She'll be a little troublemaker sometimes, but no, I'll just play.
Yeah, that's why I made her that shirt, that one that says about cruising with her.
All right. That's right.
She'll be on here. She'll probably be on here next week. This week she had stuff going on that she couldn't be here, but did you want to talk about the ship decks?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. First, I'm gonna, Rick, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Ain't nothing to be nervous about. You always do a great job on your lives. You ain't a thing in the world to worry about. You do an awesome job, and I'll be over there to harass you a little bit when we get done here, because I know you'll be going. So I'll be there to harass you a little bit, make sure you're doing right. So just don't worry about anything.
It's always nerve-wracking the first couple times, but then you know what? Then you're just like,
That's right.
Yeah, you'll do good. We have full confidence in you.
Yeah. So, and tonight's just a warm up for Wednesday night. We'll be on there together Wednesday night, so it'll all be good. Let's see. If any of you have not been on the Vista before, I figured we could just go over some deck plans just to kind of show you where some things are, and that didn't work like I thought it would, but it could go back. This is obviously you can't see a lot on here because it's just so much, but I figured tonight we just talk about two decks. Let's see. Let's go back the wrong way. There we go. Deck 3, which is generally the deck that you'll board the ship on. When you get on the ship, you'll come right in here to the middle area. On Vista, it's called the Vista Lobby and Bar. Of course, they've got that's where the atrium is, or atrium is called on most of the ships, but here it's the Vista lobby. That's where they've got the big column in the middle that's they change scenes on it a couple times a day. It's pretty cool. And it goes on up to deck 3, 4. I think that's it. I think it's just 2 decks, but it's open all the way up, and you can see it. And they got a dance floor there. That's where guest services is. The Carnival Adventures, if you have need to book some excursions or want to find out more about excursions, you can go there. And then they got the Dream Studios there. If you're having pictures made or wanting to get pictures made, it's all right there where you come on the ship, and those are the main elevators, right there by it. Then if your dining rooms are still on deck 3, they're towards the back of the ship. You can see there the one on the right side of the screen that's all the way at the back. That's the Horizons, and the other one is, I can't make out what it darn thing said. Reflections, I believe it's Reflections if I remember right. And that's the other dining room. And between them, or in front of them, that's where leaning the wrong way. That's where the comedy club's at, the Heroes Bar, and then further up, you'll have the Alchemy Bar, and right there around the Alchemy Bar is where the steakhouse will be, the Bonsai Sushi, and that kind of stuff will be right there. It's pretty easy walking around. Deck 4, you can see right here, that's where the atrium comes up from. You'll still be able to see that screen that comes up, and have stores around. And then in the front, is where the theater is called Liquid Lounge on this ship, on the Vista. And then behind, they have shops here. You'll go behind the atrium, and that's where you'll get to your casino. They do have 2 casinos on the Vista. They have the main casino right here, and then over here is where they have the non-smoking casino. They have, it was 4 or 5 table games, I believe. If I remember, well, it's got 4 right there, so I guess it's 4. And then they have a ton of slot machines around the sides. So that's where you can go there. But the Limelight is right there for that theater. And then the second floor of the main dining room is there. So that's how some of the main parts of deck 3 and deck 4. I know they're kind of hard to see, but just giving you an idea if any of you hadn't ever been on the Vista. If you've been on the Horizon, it's basically the same way. It's laid out the same. They're sister ships. So if you found your way around the Horizon, you can find your way around the Vista. If there's any questions that you have about wanting to know where something's at, if you'll leave a comment on the Facebook group, I'll try to make sure I have those for next week.
Right.
So we'll do more decks. Of course, obviously we're not going to do every deck because several decks are just rooms. We'll just focus on the decks that have restaurants and bars and nightclubs and that kind of thing. But if there's somewhere specific that you want to find out about, put a message in the Facebook group, and I'll try to make sure that I have it to show you next week, or thereafter, whenever we have that.
Right.
And yeah, Neil, that I started just putting me and your name on the spot instead of the dance floor, because that's where we're going to be tearing it up the whole time.
That's funny. So I do have, if you go to that search bar we talked about earlier, I have a really awesome deck plan, and it's got pictures and video, and you can maneuver through the ship each deck. So go check that out. In fact, I'll repost that again this week sometime. And then there was one more quick thing I wanted to. So I got a message from Stephanie in one of the groups, and she was telling us about how it's so hot and how we increase our water intake, and then we sweat it out, which loses sodium. So make sure that you're drinking stuff like Gatorade or Powerade or that liquid IV or Smart Water or something. That way it keeps your electrolytes and your sodium levels up, because you could actually dehydrate or you could have heat exhaustion, and those are not fun to get over with. So I am going to go ahead and post something in the group on that, because it is great information, and I really appreciate her sending me an instant message on that. So
and we generally we'll take some type of liquid IV with us. To a lot of times in the mornings, I'll put that in a bottle of water or so, and drink that to help rehydrate from the night before and get ready for that day, especially if we're going into port somewhere, going to the beach, or just going by the pool on a sea day, be out there hot and sweating. And like Scott Smith said, if you got Shipmate, that has deck plans on it also. So if you're on the ship and you're looking and you can pull up Shipmate on your phone, that can help you there also. And if you don't have Shipmate, it's a free app, and it's good. You get a lot of good information. You can actually see excursions for different ports on there once you put your cruises in. You can find other people like me and Shannon and Scott Smith and different ones. And if you decide that you want to cruise with us again, you can see what we've already got booked and look to come along on some of those.
Right. So if you're trying to be private about something, don't put it in Shipmate.
Yeah. If you want to be a secret cruise or a private cruise, don't put it in Shipmate because everybody will see it.
That's right. Caw.
Talking about the water and stuff, just so everybody remembers, Carnival is switching from Pepsi products to Coke products, and the last I saw, they intend to have all the ships switched over by the end of September. So more than likely, when we get on, it'll be switched over to Coke products. So if you're somebody who likes to have Pepsi products while you're on, you'll need to bring them with you. Like me, I'm going to be bringing some Diet Mountain Dew. But and just remember, you can bring a 12 pack per person on. So it's got to be in cans. Can't be bottles. Got to be cans. But you can refill that from the different ports. So when you get off in port, you can bring 12 more drinks on board. So you can do that. But just a reminder, everybody, that we'll be switching. So if you normally bring Cokes because you don't like Pepsis, you don't have to bring Cokes because they'll have them there. But if you like some of us that like Pepsi products that for the past couple of years hadn't had to bring none, now we got to bring them. So
right. And then if you have the drink package, you can also I'll get some Gatorades, and they have the energy drinks and the protein shakes and all that stuff at the cafe or the Java Blue. So and those are unlimited. So I always go and stock up every time I go by there. I grab something, because you know what, you can take them off the ship, and it's going to save you a little bit of money. And especially if you're, from what I'm hearing at Celebration Key, you're going to pay for all your stuff except for, I don't even think a drink comes with your meal, does it?
No, from what I understand, the drink is not included with the meal that you get free. So you just get an entree, and then whatever drink you'll actually pay for. And if you got the drink package, it does not work on Celebration Key, just like any of the other private islands or destinations that Carnival has. There's been, in the beginning, before they opened, it was up in the air about if you bought a drink, alcoholic drink on Celebration Key, did it take away from your 15 drinks? Well, it was said, yep, it does. Well, then it was said, no, it don't. Then it was back. And I've seen videos of people that have been there, and some of them say it did take it off, and some of them say it didn't take it off. But I've seen a few that I believe and trust because I know them, and they said that it did not take it off of there. They specifically got a drink with their selling sign card on Celebration Key to see, and when they got back on the ship, they still had 15 that hadn't taken any away. So, so it doesn't appear that it does, which I don't see how they could take part of your drinks away because you're having to pay for them, right? And you've already paid, for the package. So, but you can use, credit cards, cash, on Celebration Key. So you don't have to use your selling sign card. You can use, your credit card or cash, whichever one you feel more comfortable doing.
Right. Do you know if they got the lockers up and running yet for that?
I saw somebody the other day that was there and they used the locker. Okay. But I don't know that it's 100%, because I know they had a lot of issues with earlier with the terminals using the selling sign cards and that kind of thing. And I think that's where a lot of the problem was coming in, but supposedly they've got that worked out now. So that
and the bees.
yeah. And I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do about the bees. The bees were there before they were, and so where the bees are the problem at is around the bars and food areas, of course, because that's where they're going to the suites. But they're trying. They said they were trying to do something, but what that something is, I don't know, because they can't go through there and kill all the bees. Right. And it's how much, they can't go put a net over everything to keep them out. So I don't know, unless they're trying to put food for them somewhere away from there, kind of like you put out hummingbird feeders, putting out things for the bees to get nectar from. So right. I don't know, but the bees are, that's nature. When you want to get on the beach in the middle of nowhere, you got to put up with, to some degree, with the animals that were there before.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of the bees are in ground. So, I was out weeding behind my pool the other day, and all of a sudden, I hit a vine. So and the bees come out, and they started stinging me, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Jerks. But, I think.
But does anybody in the chat have any questions about anything they just want to know tonight that we can answer, right quick before we get out of here tonight? And like I said, anything else that y'all want, put us a message, on the Facebook group, and we'll try to make sure we get that. I think, next week we'll probably try to do one or two ports maybe, with some excursions, whether they're through the ship or on your own through shore excursions or by tour or whatever.
Right.
and we'll try to do, a port, maybe each video along with some deck plans and things like that, and anything else that y'all are interested in that you want to know about.
Yeah, or even, what we'll start in Port Canaveral when we get there. If anybody's, wanting to meet up somewhere, because I do have that. Actually, I don't think we have any rooms left for the hotel rate. I think we've pretty much maxed out that hotel. We'll talk about that next week. And just we'll put a post up, and if you want to know anything, just put in the comments. You can do that too. That'll be good. And just one quick thing though, not that we've had too much of this problem, but if anybody's like kind of crappy to someone else in the group, or they answer rudely or whatever, we're not going to tolerate that. I'm just telling you right now.
Right.
I'm seeing a little bit more of that going on, and not super bad, but I just don't want it to start. It's not okay.
Right.
So, and the other thing is to invite your friends and family, because this is going to be an epic cruise, and we are both going to have our video cameras out. We're going to have pictures. Oh, yeah. We're going to do a video of this whole cruise. After we get back, we'll post it on, and we have a lot of fun with our group. So I'm excited.
Oh yeah. And Scott Smith, I'm sure him and Regina will be filming some. They've got one of those 360 cameras. That thing, that's nice. That's the last cruise we were on with them. They had that. You just walk around. It's filming all around you. It's cool.
Oh, Scott, you're going to have to send me that information. I'm actually looking for. I'm looking for one, but I want it to be waterproof. I have a waterproof camera, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm just so confused in the camera thing. I really love my iPhone. It takes great pictures and video, but I need a underwater.
Well, I've got, I got the GoPro, I've got the DJI, I've got Canon, and I bought all of them to vlog and that kind of stuff, and I do use them, but like you said, most of the time it's winds up being with the phone, because you've always got it with you, and honestly, they take just as good a picture as any of the other cameras for the most part. I mean, you think about it, you got what, a $1,500 camera right here.
Right, I know. So I always bring my other camera. I have an Android Note 10 Plus, and that thing is the bomb. And so I always bring that with me because it's got a lot of memory in it. And so that's Android, and then I have my iPhone. So, it's always good to have two.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right. Scott Smith, if you're still here, is the 360 waterproof? I can't remember if the 360 camera is waterproof or not.
If not, I'll get a hold of them on the group and find out. And what are you drinking over there?
That's just water.
Oh, okay.
Just water bottle.
Nice and healthy. Oh, check it out. I got my Shanster travel stickers.
Yeah, that's cool.
Aren't they cool?
That looks good.
Maybe we'll have to play a game one night, and I'll give away some stickers, and we'll get some CNS. Yeah. We'll give away some CNS travel stickers and stuff. So
yeah. He thinks they make a waterproof case for it. It's Regina's. So he don't know much about it, so she don't let him play with it much. But
I'll have to check it out and see it in person before I go. It's probably not a cheap thing to buy. So somebody's out there.
No, I wouldn't think it's that cheap, but it does do good. I'd like to have one. I thought about it after I saw theirs and some of the videos that I've seen they've done with them, but then I like that'd just be another one I'd lug around and wouldn't use 20% of the time maybe.
Right. I know. It's like you said, your phone. Your phone is like your right hand man.
Yeah, that's right. So all right. Does anybody else got questions again?
Who, let me see. I'm just trying to go over my notes to make sure that I went over everything. Yeah, so we'll just start off with Port Canaveral next week and pick out some of our favorite excursions because Sherman and I have both been to all of these ports, I'm pretty sure. So maybe we'll get. God.
I would say, yeah, we've been to all of them before. So except for Celebration Key,
Right.
hadn't been there.
Yeah.
But if you do the back-to-back with us, you get to go twice.
That's right. Bonus.
So.
Oh, there was something I was going to say too. So, if anybody's on the Unhinged celebration ship that we're going on in February 14th of 2027, there was a price decrease. I think I posted that. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but anyway, so check it out.
I saw that. I can't remember if you posted it on the page or if that was in a message.
Private message.
Yeah, I can't remember. But I remember seeing it just a little while ago.
Yeah, and it's like $100 some, so it's good enough to check out. So ours keeps going up, so I don't think we're gonna. Well, we're past the date anyway, so.
Yeah, no, there won't be much change for ours now. No. That's just like the Norwegian Viva, the Booze Cruise 4.0 that I'm going on in October of next year. They did a price change on that. That one went down about I think it was, well, depending on what type of room you had, but it was like $120, I think, for us, and that was on the interior, and I think some more that people had balconies and stuff. It changed them like $250, $300. I mean, so it was a pretty good change.
Wow. You know what? I love that. Delta just dropped my flights too. All my flights I check like every day because one flight will go down, one flight will, you know. But Delta, you can get e-credit every day if you want, if you have enough flights, and keep checking it. So that's why I fly Delta a lot.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if anybody else does that or not. Maybe does United do that? I don't know.
We always. Generally, we always fly Delta. We used to do Southwest because it was cheaper. And then there was a couple of times we were flying that the Southwest didn't go. So we started using Delta, and it changed to where it was basically the same price. And we were able to pick our seats and everything else. And Delta had more direct flights than Southwest did, so we've just been stuck with Delta for a while.
Yeah.
Hey, Sue, glad you can make it.
Yeah. Welcome in, Sue. Oh, hey, you know what? I didn't click on her name. There she is. The Fun Files, another great channel. Yeah. I love her channel. Oh, man. Okay, well, I think we're about done. So, you got anything else to add?
I think that's it for tonight. Like we said, just anything specific that you want to know, or just put it in the chat. Go on the Facebook page and put it up there, and we'll try to make sure we get it and have it up here for you. And then, like Shannon said, next week we'll focus on Port Canaveral, maybe some of the events for the sea day.
Yeah.
And Neil being funny.
I'm telling you, we have a lot of good people on this this cruise. We're gonna have a lot of fun. John Hill said, "Keep up the good work." Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a blast. We're gonna have a good time and enjoy meeting some new folks and having y'all come in and become a part of our cruising family and having fun from now on.
That's right. Because we both cruise a lot, so plenty of opportunity.
Yeah.
All right. Do you remember which one we need to click here for the outro video?
Oh, let me go. Let me see.
I'll let you do this.
I think you've got it in the outro. So.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's my. I think that's my regular one for my live stream. So let's do this one right here. We'll do this one right here. Can you see? The 231.
All right.
We'll try that one. If not, well, you know, what do you do? So
If that ain't a good one, we'll give you another one next week. How about that?
that's all right. All right, y'all have a great week, and we will see you on the page.
Yeah. See ya. Have a good night.
Join us for the second Funship Group Cruise, hosted by CNS Travel and Shanster Travels. We're heading back to paradise. Set sail with us aboard the Carnival Vista for another unforgettable group cruise adventure, departing September 28, 2026, from Port Canaveral. Itinerary highlights. Day 1. Embark from Port Canaveral. Day 2. Explore the all-new Celebration Key, Bahamas. Day 3. Relax at the stunning private island of Half Moon Cay, Bahamas. Day 4. Enjoy a fun day at sea filled with onboard excitement. Day 5. Discover the charm of Amber Cove, Dominican Republic. Day 6. Another relaxing sea day with ocean views and endless fun. Day 7. Return to Port Canaveral with memories that will last a lifetime. Whether you're cruising with family, friends, or flying solo, this hosted group cruise will be packed with fun, surprises, and unforgettable moments. Spots will fill fast. Message us today to book your cabin.
All right, let's try this.
Oh, all righty then. I don't know that was the right one. We'll figure out. All right, everybody, have a great night.
Let's try this.
Join us for the Funship Group Cruise, hosted by CNS Travel and Shanster Travels. Get ready for 8 nights of unforgettable fun aboard the Carnival.